Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. Let's talk one more time about cephalometric x-rays. And some of you guys are sending me ceph numbers. I don't know if you guys are tracing them themselves with a protractor or how you're getting them. You're sending me the numbers, the values, and sometimes you're sending me the tracing. But you don't have the norms and standard deviations and the deviations from the norms. You don't always get these little stars, deviations from the norms. Some you do, but you always get the norms and the standard deviations, okay? Or you either get norms and this or norms and that, but you can't just go off of this because these numbers, the norms, come from the age of the patient. And in general, it's affected by the ethnicity of the patient. They always ask you for the age. They may or may not ask you for the ethnicity. I don't know that they have norms in all different ethnicities. I mean, Caucasian is what it was based on. There might be other ones now. I don't know. You have to look at the Broadbent studies and see. Anyways, this is not the Bible. I like to tell people that. I mean, it's just guidance. The way that I use these is if I look at a plan and I'm kind of stuck, that helps me make a decision. Or if the parents aren't fully understanding, we're able to assign norms and standard deviations to them so they can get how many standard deviations they are away from the norm. Now, of course, it really depends on the educational level of your patient. This might be like way too much for an average patient. So the way I would explain it was, hey, we kind of have like a measurement guide, not unlike you go to the pediatrician and they weigh you and they measure you and they check your eyes and they say, this is normal, that's normal, you're short, you're tall, you're heavy, you're too skinny for your age. We do the same thing with orthodontics. We can take this special x-ray and we can run it against norms, but the norms were based on a Caucasian population and they're not scientific in any way. It was just done what people find aesthetic. So, I don't know if they're not scientific in any way, but definitely, it really was not a scientific study. So it's just something we use as guidance. So, I certainly wouldn't be like, oh, the Cephs says this, we got to pull 14. Then whoa. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. So yeah, you need at least the norms and standard deviations or deviations from the norms, either way. And that will come in any Ceph number. You can't just do it yourself, or we don't have all the information, which is what I'm getting at. But nowadays there's AI programs out there, you can get it off of CBCT. This is like so little work. And then of course you want to work with an orthodontist to know what it means. All right, thanks so much.